Hello everyone, welcome to Gosport Railworks. My name's James and today we're doing another product showcase video. This time we're looking at two kits here. So let me just move the coaches off the top here. So I'll just show the multiple unit first. This is the British Railways class 423 if I remember right. The 4 VEP in more easier terms to remember. So here is the 4 VEP. This one is, actually I do have to mention this print is actually a little bit small. Because I printed it slightly wrong size, but yes, it's it's still perfectly fine, but it is a bit smaller than it should be. But yeah, very nice multiple unit. It's a very distinctive look. It does come in a few varieties, and if you've noticed, I've actually put the where the chassis for the unit to run in the actual unit coats where the motor would actually be. So this is the motor brake second open, if I remember right. And yeah, I've actually decided to put the chassis in there, so the ends are actually unpowered. So yeah, made sense to me. And yeah, so it's a very distinctive looking multiple unit, and yeah, came out very nicely. And it does come with a number of underframes. Yeah, they're kind of just underframes. So yeah. And it does come as a trailer unit if you so wish to order one. Hopefully I don't break these. These are the Maunsell Rebuilds of the earlier LSWR 48-foot stock. So these are the Maunsell 58-foot stock, which come with underframes as well. Here we go. And yeah, I did have these in double O gauge, and I decided to remake them in N gauge. And these are actually the right size, so I don't have to mess about with them. I think this is for set. Let me have a quick look at what the set number was. I probably haven't written it down. Upcoming set 42. The answer to life and no everything. That's actually actually a coincidence that came out, but yeah, set 42 is the prototype, and that's what I've made. And they're not pull stock, but they are a very nice two-set rake of coaches. So that is a very nice thing to do. And yeah, these are very easy to put together. My voice is going. These are very easy to put together. You paint them, you glaze them, you stick the underframes on, maybe add a little bit of weight if you want to, and add some buffers, add some bogies, add some wheels, and you're done for the coaches. And multiple unit is pretty much exactly the same thing for all the trailing coaches, apart from the actual motor coach, which will have a Tomitech chassis. This is a Tomitech TM25 that will be put in here, and that will, if I don't break that as well, that will power everything around the layout. Let me just sort. There we go. It's not actually broken, it just comes off quite easily. There we go. And yeah, that is pretty much it. And if you want to have a trailer, it's pretty much set up like a coach. You paint it, you glaze it, you add some buffers, and then you add some bogies and wheels, and it's all done. And then you also remember to stick the underframe on as well. That tends to help. So yeah, that is pretty much it for showing off. So let me put these on my turntable, tell you a bit more about them, and then I can get them onto my layout, and where I'm going to, I won't get this running because that's going to be a bit awkward. I'll get my my ex-LSWR coaches running, because they do look quite nice. I'm very happy with them. Quite a lot of detail on there today. So yeah, I'll get them running, and yeah, I'll see you in a bit. By 1934, the Southern Railway recognised that the short 48-foot ex-LSWR stock was in need of some major attention, as it was nearing the end of its working life. Much of it was built on wooden underframes, whilst some was still gas-lit, and so a programme of refurbishment was proposed and undertaken between 1934 and 1935. The 58-foot stock 2 diagrams 99 and 418 were created in 1935-1936 at Lansing Works by taking the 48-foot composite body, cutting it and fitting it to a 58-foot Maunsell underframe. In the case of the brakes, a 10-foot guard span was grafted to one end. These were steel panelled, which didn't quite match the finish of the rest of the wooden panelled bodywork. The composites 2 diagram 31 differ in that the original 48-foot body was cut into 2 sections and mounted at each end of the underframe, with a 10-foot section being inserted comprising a single compartment, with 2 lavatories side by side. The defining feature of all these new vehicles was the triangular section weatherboard that ran the length of the body, disguising the join as the 48-foot body being narrower than the 58-foot underframe. 58-foot coach sets were used in conjunction with the Adams radials on the Line Regis branch, as well as other West Country branch lines. Comprising 5 2-car sets, these were the only all Maunsell 58-foot sets formed. There were also some Type E 4 sets on the Exmouth branch in the 1950s. These were a 2 set with a pair of thirds attached, either within the set or at either end. 2 ended their days on the Lansing Bell Workman's Train in 1964, and these were the last survivors. Coach 320 went to the Bluebell Railway and was repainted blue, running with Maunsell Coach 6575 and Stepney. The British Rail Class 423 or 4 VEP were electric multiple-unit passenger trains which were mostly built by British Rail at York Works from 1967 to 1974. They had manually operating doors next to every seating row and were the last coaching stock built in this pattern for BR. They were mostly found working outer suburban services in South London and rural services in Kent, Sussex and Hampshire up to 2005, when they were finally replaced by Electristar and Distro units. The fleet had a working life of 38 years. Ordered in 1965, 194 standard 4-car 4 VEP units were built between 1967 and 1974, subsequently becoming Class 423 under tops. They were later renumbered in the 1980s into the 30XX and 31XX series in order to make the numbers tops compliant. Between 1988 and 1995, the units were internally facelifted. The work involved fitting fluorescent lighting and public address equipment, and also rebuilding the motor brake second vehicles with an additional 2 bays of seating in space formerly used for luggage. All units ended up swapping motor vehicles on refurbishment. The additional work on these cars made the work take longer than that carried out on trailer vehicles. Following the privatisation of British Rail, the 3 southern train operators all inherited large fleets of 4 VEP units. A franchise commitment of all operators was to replace all of the units, along with all other Mk.1 rolling stock, by the end of 2005, as the units did not meet modern health and safety requirements. So far, 2 complete units and 2 individual driving trailers have been preserved. In addition, the former 4TC driving vehicle from set 3582 has been preserved. Right, here we are, both sets of products on my layout, and yeah, both of them look rather nice. Obviously the 4 VEP will be sitting this one out by sitting on the block of wood, but yeah, we'll just get my Maunsell 58-foot stock running around with a, I don't want to say it's an appropriate loco because it is my G6, but it's at least a LSWR engine and it's at least running perfectly fine. Unlike the more appropriate engines, my M7, which doesn't like the track, needs a clean, and my T1 still needs to be finished off. So it's close enough for now. So yeah, let's get this running round. Yeah, I tried my M7 and yeah, it's the older M7 and it's not entirely happy with the track. And my T1, well, that just needs putting together. But still looks rather nice with the M7. Not M7, T6, sorry. Yeah, very nice. And I'll just put you in reverse a little bit. Right, there we go. Right, yeah, that was quite nice. Very happy with how both of them have turned out. So this is actually a little bit small, but still it represents the class rather nice. I have fixed the file, so I don't need to worry about that. But yeah, let's talk about the pricing. So this is £65 just on its own. That includes all four bodies and also the underframe. The underframe does cost separately if you want to buy that on its own. And the coaches, including the underframe, since they are less than 60 foot, I think they're less than 60 foot, yes they are, just about, they should be £30, but if it is classed as over 60 foot, they will be £35. I'll have to double check how much the pricing is. I think it's probably £30. But yeah, £30 for a pair of coaches with their underframe, and £65 for a multiple unit, including the underframes. And you just need to spend about. Well, I am reselling the chassis for the Tomitech chassis. They will cost. How much did I have them as? I think I've got them for £30. I can't remember exactly, but I can also DCC. Well, get them DCC ready if you want them as well. I said I'm only doing them in limited stocks for the chassis for these at the moment because well, I haven't got an agreement from Tomitech, so I have to buy them myself and then resell them on afterwards. But it's either that or I'll do no, you pay in advance and then I buy them, because I do have to get them from Japan. But either way, these have turned out quite nicely and I'm happy with them. So that's probably it for today. So do let me know what you think down below. If you do like the video, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. And if you didn't like the video, well, I hope you enjoy it today anyway. But that's going to be it for me. So I'm going to send the G6 off on its way with the two coaches. And I'll see you all again next time. So take care now. Bye-bye. And give it a bit more welly. There we go. Take care. Probably a bit too much.